So we haven't talked about all of these structures, but so here we have the scrotum, okay, and the dartos muscle would be just inside that. So I usually draw a red dotted line on a model because none of our models actually show it very well. Then you have the testis. This is the epididymis, with the head, body, and tail would be down here. And the deep inguinal ring is here. The superficial is not clearly shown because it doesn't have any of the external spermatic fascia. So we have the vas deferens carrying sperm this direction, testicular artery, and then any of the blue is going to be pampiniform plexus. So this is your spermatic cord missing the wrapping, such as the cremaster muscle and so on. Okay. So then the vas deferens carries the sperm around to the posterior aspect of the bladder, and it passes medial to this first gland other than the testes, which is the seminal vesicle. So all this fluid is added to create the semen. So the lateral structure here is the seminal vesicle, and the vas deferens comes in. And then we have what you can see partially here is called the ejaculatory duct. That's formed by a duct from the seminal vesicle and a narrowing of the vas deferens. Those combine together. And so the sperm doesn't flow into the seminal vesicle, but it joins the fluid of the seminal vesicle in the ejaculatory duct. Then this is the prostate gland. It's a donut-like shaped structure that's circular around the urethra, and it has multiple openings within the prostatic urethra for prostate secretion. So that's added to the fluid from the seminal vesicle to the sperm, and now that flows through the prostatic urethra. This muscle right here is your voluntary urethral sphincter. Flows through that. That's the membranous urethra. And then all of this is the spongy or penile urethra. Okay? We actually have 3 glands other than the testes. We have the seminal vesicle. We have the prostate gland. And then this is shown as an outline here, this oval line, but it usually is underneath and attached to the inferior surface of the voluntary sphincter of the urethra, and that's called the Cowper's gland or bulbourethral. That's actually what flushes out sperm from the urethra and lubricates the penis. Okay, so if we look at the structures of the penis next, we have, and this is what we'll talk about on Thursday, we have 3 erectile tissues, meaning that they expand with blood flow. 2 of them are on the dorsal surface, so those are called the corpora cavernosa. And the ventral one is the corpus spongiosum. That's what contains the urethra. That's why we call it spongy urethra. Okay? The corpus spongiosum expands to form the glans clitoris, and that's where the sensory neurons have their origin. And then that expansion of the corpus spongiosum is called the glans penis. And what's missing from this view is the foreskin, which can be retracted or prepuce. So foreskin and prepuce are the skin coverings that are removed during circumcision if a male infant is circumcised. Female has prepuce too, but circumcision in a female is removal of erectile tissue, not just the prepuce. Okay, so the female loses their ability to have an orgasm. All right?